For more than 2 decades, searching the internet has meant one thing for most people. You open a browser, type a few words into Google, and within seconds you have millions of results. It became such a normal part of everyday life that Google it turned into a verb. But for the first time in years, Google's dominance is facing its biggest challenge yet. The battle isn't just about building another search engine, it's about replacing the way people search altogether. And with billions of dollars being invested by the world's biggest technology companies, this has become one of the most important battles in the entire tech industry. Google didn't become the world's largest search engine by accident. It built an incredibly fast and reliable system that organized the internet better than anyone else. Over time, Google expanded far beyond search into advertising, maps, email, cloud computing, mobile software, and artificial intelligence. But search remained the heart of its business, generating the advertising revenue that helped fund everything else. That is exactly why the current competition matters so much. Instead of competing with Google by simply creating another list of websites, companies are trying to create something fundamentally different. They're using artificial intelligence to answer questions directly. Rather than scrolling through multiple links to compare information, users increasingly expect one clear response that summarizes what they need. This shift has completely changed the conversation around search. One of the biggest drivers behind this change has been generative AI. Over the past few years, AI assistants have become far more capable of understanding natural language, summarizing complex topics, writing content, explaining ideas, and answering follow-up questions. Instead of typing short keywords, people are beginning to ask complete questions just as they would ask another person. That simple change in behavior could have enormous consequences. If users spend less time clicking through traditional search results, the entire economics of internet search begins to change. That's why nearly every major technology company is investing heavily in AI-powered search experiences. Google has responded by rapidly integrating AI into search through AI overviews and its Gemini models, aiming to provide conversational answers while still connecting users to the broader web. Microsoft has invested billions into AI and integrated advanced conversational capabilities into Bing and its broader ecosystem. OpenAI has continued expanding ChatGPT's search capabilities, while companies like Perplexity have attracted attention by building AI-first search experiences focused on direct answers with cited sources. Each company has a different strategy, but they all share the same goal. They want to become the first place people go when they need information. The competition isn't only about technology, it's also about advertising. Traditional search generates enormous advertising revenue because users often click sponsored results before reaching other websites. AI changes that behavior. If an assistant answers the question immediately, users may never need to visit multiple websites in the first place. That creates both an opportunity and a challenge. Technology companies must figure out how to provide better answers while maintaining business models that support the enormous cost of operating AI systems. Those costs are significant. Unlike traditional search, which mainly retrieves existing web pages, generative AI performs complex computations every time it responds. That requires powerful processors, massive data centers, and enormous amounts of electricity. Running advanced AI services costs considerably more than serving traditional search queries. This explains why companies continue investing billions into new AI infrastructure. It's not simply about creating smarter software, it's about building the computing capacity needed to support millions of users simultaneously. Another reason this battle is becoming more intense is changing user expectations. People no longer want to search 10 different websites just to answer a simple question. They expect technology to save time. Users increasingly prefer direct conversational responses. AI is designed around exactly that experience. At the same time, traditional search still offers important advantages. When researching breaking news, academic information, shopping options, or multiple viewpoints, many users still want access to original sources. That's why the future may not involve AI replacing search completely. Instead, search itself may evolve into something much more conversational while continuing to connect users with reliable information across the web. This hybrid approach is becoming increasingly common. Companies are combining AI-generated summaries with links to trusted sources, allowing users to explore topics more deeply whenever they choose. For publishers and content creators, this shift creates new challenges. Websites have traditionally relied on search engines to bring visitors to their content. If AI increasingly answers questions without users clicking through, publishers may receive less traffic. That has sparked ongoing discussions about how content should be used, credited, and compensated in the AI era. Those debates are likely to continue as AI-powered search becomes more widespread. Competition is also accelerating because no company wants to miss the next major computing platform. History has shown that technology leaders can lose their advantage if they fail to adapt to major changes. Desktop computing gave way to mobile, cloud computing reshaped enterprise software. Now AI is reshaping how people discover and interact with information. Companies understand that whoever defines the next generation of search could influence how billions of people use the internet for years to come. Consumers, meanwhile, stand to benefit from this competition. Rivalry often drives faster innovation. Companies are improving answer quality, speeding up responses, expanding language support, and creating more personalized experiences in an effort to attract users. The pace of development has become remarkably fast. Features that once seemed experimental are becoming standard across multiple platforms. Still, challenges remain. AI systems can sometimes generate inaccurate or incomplete information. Maintaining accuracy while delivering instant responses remains one of the industry's biggest technical hurdles. Companies are investing heavily in improving factual reliability, reducing errors, and making AI responses more transparent. Trust will ultimately determine which platforms succeed over the long term. Privacy is another important consideration. As AI assistants become more personalized, they often rely on additional context to provide better answers. Balancing convenience with responsible handling of user data will remain an important issue as these services continue evolving. Perhaps the biggest surprise in this entire battle is how quickly it developed. Only a few years ago, Google's position appeared almost untouchable. Today, the conversation is no longer about whether search will change, it's about who will lead that change. Google still serves billions of searches every day and remains an extraordinarily strong competitor, but for the first time in years, multiple companies are offering fundamentally different ways to find information. That alone marks a significant shift in the technology landscape. The billion-dollar battle to replace Google search isn't really about replacing Google overnight. It's about redefining what search means in the age of artificial intelligence. Instead of typing keywords and sorting through endless links, the future is moving toward conversations, personalized assistance, and instant answers supported by powerful AI systems. Whether Google maintains its leadership or a new company reshapes, the market remains uncertain. But one thing is already becoming clear. The future of search won't simply be faster, it will be smarter, more conversational, and far more competitive than anything we've seen over the past 2 decades. Whether Google maintains its leadership or a new company reshapes, the market remains uncertain. But one thing is already becoming clear. The future of search won't simply be faster, it will be smarter, more conversational, and far more competitive than anything we've seen over the past 2 decades.